Immediately I knew that these fires weren't normal, and it had to be some kind, I believed it had to be some kind of a military operation, and that is still my belief right now. I started looking up videos of the fires and saw how directed energy weaponry, also called DEW, D-E-W, laser is actually what it is. It's DEW microwave technology, and it's very well documented in its patented technologies. This is expensive, multi-billion-dollar corporate and governmental work here on these technologies. These DEWs, I believe, have been used. Too many fires in two locations all at once, all burning as if set on fire at once. Nowhere did I see videos of areas catching on fire and spreading. There are no words to describe this. This is like a war zone, and it looks nothing like something burnt. It looks like something completely incinerated. It looks like a graveyard.
Secretary, can I ask you a question about some of the technology that you're developing to fight the war on terror, specifically directed energy and high-powered microwave technology? When do you envision that you can weaponize that type of technology?
Goodness. It is in, for the most part, the kinds of things you're talking about are in varying early stages. Do you want to give anything you'd add?
I don't think I would add much. I think they are in early stages and probably not ready for employment at this point.
In the normal order of things, when you invest in research and development and begin a developmental project, you don't have any intention or expectations that one would use it. On the other hand, the real world intervenes from time to time, and you reach in there and take something out that is still in a developmental stage, and you might use it. So your question's not answerable. It depends on what happens in the future and how well things move along the track, and whether or not someone feels it's appropriate to reach into a development stage and see if something might be useful, as was the case with the unmanned aerial vehicles.
But you sound like you're willing to experiment with it.
I think that's the point, and I think, and we have, I think, from the beginning of this conflict, I think General Franks has been very open to looking at new things if there are new things available, and has been willing to put them into the fight even before they've been fully wrung out. And I think that's not referring to these two particular cases of directed energy or high-powered microwave, but sure.
Technology is real. We are proving it in the lab, and we're also moving it out into the field and showing to ourselves and to our customers that this technology is real.
You have speed of light delivery. You push a button, the laser's at the target immediately. You don't have a fly-out time.
The munition is a precision beam of light that we point at the target, and we have a virtually unending supply.
With our systems, you never run out of power. You can keep shooting as long as the adversary keeps throwing targets at you.
There is a lot of mission space where the covert capability of the laser is also beneficial, because you can cause an effect without there being any visible sign of what caused that effect.
The landscape is changing. We're seeing threats that are cheap, fast, and small, and coming in from close range in large numbers.
You really have to have exquisite eyes that you can see your targets with high fidelity to both put the laser beam there and to maintain it there sufficiently long.
We've countered small rockets, UAVs, small boats, and a truck.
Our warfighters need this capability to defeat these new emerging threats. We have all the core pieces now to be able to put together laser weapon systems. And so now we can envision complete laser weapon systems that can engage multiple targets with the speed of light, with a very deep magazine that can be small enough, powerful enough, and capable to be carried on tactical platforms.
The term laser is an acronym. It stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated Emission of Radiation. Immediately after the invention of the laser, there was a huge amount of excitement about, oh, look at all the things we'll try to do with this. And then it sort of occurred to people that they didn't have many applications. This was sort of a great invention without a purpose.
But the military eventually found a purpose. By 1962, the Department of Defense began weaponizing lasers as part of an arsenal that would come to be known as directed energy weapons.
Lasers mounted on an aircraft are being studied and by the military, and at some point these lasers will be small enough and efficient enough that you can put them on an aircraft.
Edwards Air Force Base, Mojave Desert, California, nearly 100 miles north of Los Angeles. This is home to virtually every significant experimental aircraft ever flown. This is a place where aerodynamics is advanced by light years. Here, secreted away in a hangar, is a revolutionary aircraft. The Air Combat Command's USAF YAL-747. It's not the speed or how high it can fly that makes it so special. It's the cargo. The world's first airborne directed energy weapon, the airborne laser, also known as the ABL. It can loiter at 40,000 feet for 5 hours, refuel in midair, and destroy a target 60 miles away in less than a second. The Airborne Laser Project was launched in 1996 at a cost of over $1.5 billion. The weapon is projected to be combat ready by 2015.
Fire situation out west, the explosion of wildfires overnight. At least 60 are burning across the country right now. You can see where they are on that map. Both northern and southern California facing extremely dangerous conditions right now.
Multiple homes now have burned here in the Goleta Hills. Goleta, for those of you who may not be too familiar with the area, is a city that borders Santa Barbara, and these particular homes are up in the hills north of the 101 freeway. I'm going to go ahead and widen out the shot here so we can get a big picture of what is going on here. You can see that this fire has grown and it has spotted ahead of itself, creating a catastrophic situation here for the homeowners.
Look at this. Look at this fire. Look at the homes. Look at the trees around there that is still there. This directed energy weaponry is real, as I just proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And when you look at the horror, the devastation, look at these areas of California that they are burning out. No wildfire behaves, burns, acts like these fires have done. The anomalies associated with these fires should be able to prove to any logical, reasonable person that there's something going on here. And when you understand the technology available, when you understand who has their hands on it, who's in possession of the technology, and what their intentions are, which we've proved, and I proved on this channel over and over again with Agenda 2030, Agenda 21. They've signed America up for this new reorganization of society, where they use environment, the green movement as the pretext in world poverty. Basically that it's unsustainable for society to move forward as is. So they're going to herd us, move us off land, like this land right here. Look at this. This is entire neighborhoods off of their homes and property and into megacities, which they've already been building, stacking packs where they force and they push thousands of people into megacities. I mean, this is a coordinated, strategic, planned, well-executed reorganization of society. You're looking at it. This is Agenda 21. This is Agenda 2030. You're looking at some of the, in my opinion, test grounds for this implementation. The weaponry's there, the technology's there, just proved it, just showed you. They could start these fires from, if you looked at them and heard the video, from 60 miles away. They could pinpoint and start these fires. People are reporting fires all at once. People are reporting fires moving faster than ever before, going in all directions, burning just structures, burning metals and glass that regular fires, the heat from the fire doesn't get that hot to burn. I mean, this is burning, and when you overlay the map, the next video I'm going to show you here, it's going to show you that the evacuation zones associated with these crazy fires are the same as the pre-planned designated areas for relocation for California. And this is the worst thing going on right now, and I'm angry, and everyone should be angry. This is an attack on America. This is no less than a terrorist attack, pure and simple. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Everyone needs to be involved in this. Everyone needs to be on top of this. Tell the next person. Look this stuff up yourself. Research it. Be on top of it, because this is coming your way. No matter where you are in America, trust and believe this is the plan for the future. It's the reorganization of society. And this is unbelievable. The pain and the torment of these people are going through. I mean, it's just horror. I mean, you gotta do something, and educate and inform is the first place to start. This is what I'm doing. I'm making my videos, doing my part. You know, it's small, but it's something. So take a look at this next video where it shows you the lands designated for Agenda 21, match up with the evacuation zones and where these fires are started. Check this out.
All right, so here's the areas of evacuation on Monday. This is where the fires first started. Big one in Santa Rosa, Napa, Sonoma. This is when it first broke out. All right, now check this out. Now here's the evacuation area from Santa Rosa. Now notice the streets: Fountain Grove, Chanate, Montecito. Notice where these were evacuations on the initial thrust. Now I want to bring your attention over to this document here. And this is a document that was sent by a lady named Kathleen. It's the City of Santa Rosa Department of Planning and Economic Development Citywide Summary Pending Development, June 2017. And if you go back and forth between these two, you will notice these streets are the exact same. Here's Chanate, here's Pacific, Mendocino Avenue, here's Highway 12. Isn't it interesting that the exact areas that they're evacuating are the exact areas that are zoned for Agenda 21 development? You cannot make this stuff up. So here's the evacuation area over here, Santa Rosa evacuation area. Here's the identical map of where they want to rezone everything.
But we know Agenda 2030 is still underway. They want people out of the mountain areas. They want them into the mega regions in the cities. And then, you know, I go on Drudge. This kind of fire, you have 37,363 people under a mandatory evacuation in California. These fires taking out so many homes. And what do you see? You see Trump, 4-point-something% GDP. And then underneath, several articles, deadly wildfire in California.
All right. And this thing is ongoing. These fires are still burning, and they're trying to say this is the new norm, to program us to accept this, along with everything else that they do. The main thing is you cannot take what you see and hear at face value ever. You need to use your common sense and discern on your own. Don't be led. That's what they want. They want to steer and direct you. They don't want you to think. Autonomous people doing as they're told without thinking. That's what the goal is. Don't fall into that trap. It's easy to get distracted and bogged down with useless, senseless garbage. All right, this is Charlie's Common Sense. We really need to get together and organize and be a force for good in this world, because this is unacceptable. The time to be willfully ignorant is over, in my opinion. We need to start taking sides, and there's clearly a line being drawn. And you need to choose what side you're on. And I do not consent to this whatsoever. This is, to me, I can't live with this. I can't even be comfortable knowing it's going on right now. So, till next time.